We're back.
Season 2.
We had an amazing summer. We've missed you all though. We feel so good to be back. We had our launch party.
Yeah, our launch
season
boat party.
2.
It was really, really good.
It was such good fun. Everyone that came said it was such a good day and we enjoyed it so much. And putting it all on and putting it all together, we were so helped by London Boat Cruises, who obviously threw the party for us, the DJs, the staff, the security, the cocktail maker, the captain. We then had Sky is the Limit Balloon and Event Hire, who did the balloons and the signs for us. Tanner's Events, who also did some signs for us, didn't they?
Signs and balloons. And Kate from Kent Flower Walls, who done the sequin wall.
That looked amazing. Jam Creative UK made us some labels for our personalised Prosecco bottles and the goodie bags. Everybody loved
the goodie bags.
So good. We're so excited about doing those again.
Yeah.
Also, the photographer and videographer, Susie Creative Studio, who captured everything. We've got those photos to last a lifetime now. Everyone was dancing the whole time. The sun came out and was shining. The drinks were flowing. It was just all in all, a really good day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So everyone didn't want to get off the boat. They're looking forward to us throwing another one. So keep your eyes posted for the next one.
Start off by telling us how you met your groomer.
So, this man here is a delivery driver.
He worked at the takeaway round the corner to my house,
Yeah.
but he wasn't my delivery driver. He sold the story to the newspaper and didn't want to make himself look bad, but the truth in it is, he was saying it would make me look older, and I thought, but why do I need to look older if you know the situation isn't wrong?
Our first guest for season 2 is the amazing Kesha, who has travelled 5 hours yesterday, almost 200 miles to be with us to share her story. It's quite a shocking story and we're very grateful that she's trusting it with us. So thank you, Kesha, for coming all this way.
Thank you.
We know and we understand you're a little bit nervous. It's perfectly normal and it's quite a traumatic thing to talk about. So thank you for trusting us with your story, and if at any point you want to stop, we can stop. So where to begin?
Yeah, start off by telling us how you met your groomer.
So it's really strange. People think it obviously is a completely different story to what was put out there, because he sold the story to the newspaper and didn't want to make himself look bad. But the truth in it is, he actually approached my older sister, which is a few years older than me, in the street one day, and he was saying quite strange things to her. She had a young daughter at the time. Like, my sister had literally just had a newborn baby. He was just, like, following her around in the street. Like, everywhere she would go, he'd then be.
Can we just say how old he was?
At the time, I think he was 57, because when I met him, he was 58.
Okay.
So at first it was my sister. He found out where she lived, started knocking on her door, harassing her. Then she said to him, like, you need to leave me alone. You're really creeping me out. You're strange. And then one day he turned up at my door and he tried speaking to me. This was, like, whilst he was still trying to, like, somewhat harass my sister, and my sister said, don't talk to her, she's 15 years old, leave her alone. And then he worked at the kebab shop opposite my local shop, and then I would go into the local shop and he'd just be there everywhere I was going, following me, asking me weird things. And then that was just, after that, I think he got me in a vulnerable place, promised me the world, and I went off with him.
So how old was you? 16?
I was 15 when he started approaching me, but 16 when I actually went with him,
So it's like 42-year-old age gap.
What is
Yeah,
the
42-year-old
age gap, which anyone of sane minds and anyone, any legally, I think the argument, if you've followed Kesha's story online, you blew up quite big on TikTok, didn't you? Yeah. And it was a joint platform that was built to 250,000 followers.
Yeah.
anyone of sane mind will agree that this is not normal.
No.
That is not a normal age gap. And just because she didn't consummate the relationship, or he didn't consummate the relationship till she was 16, does not make it okay.
So how does it get? I want to know this. Like, how does it get? He was your takeaway delivery driver, yeah?
So
that's what I see in the newspaper.
That's the story that he sold to make himself not look bad.
Right,
Yeah,
so he
okay.
says that's how you met.
He was never my delivery driver.
Right.
Okay.
He worked at the takeaway round the corner to my house,
Yeah.
but he wasn't my delivery driver.
Okay. So how does it get from him noticing you around and trying to speak to you? How does it get from that to in a relationship?
He asked me one day if he could take me away to get to know me more. At first I said to him, it's not right, I'm a young girl. And he said, but you're 16 and you're old enough to make your own
So
decisions.
that's how he legally manages to get away
Yeah.
with it.
Because he said, you're 16, there's nothing wrong with it. You're old enough to make your own choices.
So I've not
And
seen
me, as a young girl in a vulnerable position,
Yeah,
I
let's
took
let's
that.
just state you was in a vulnerable
Yeah,
position.
a very
Like,
vulnerable
How was your
position.
home life?
My home life, obviously, my mum suffers, but she always went above and beyond for all of us. And I lost my dad at a very young age, and I think that was a big part of it.
Yeah.
Because I probably just wanted a father figure.
Yeah,
That's very, very common with young people that have lost a father. They search for that father figure. And they also, if you experience trauma in your earlier life, you are more vulnerable and more reciprocal for these people to target you.
Yeah.
That I sent you both a TikTok yesterday, didn't I, where an interviewer actually interviewed a groomer, a paedophile, and he said that he looked at their home life. So he would look as to whether there was a father figure around. He would look at the state of their clothes. He would look at their friendship group. Have they got a big friendship group before he targeted? So for me, looking at you, to have no father figure around, that you lost your father at a young age, you were still probably traumatised from that.
And I didn't have much of a social life, really. I've always been a very quiet, shy person.
Yeah,
I
I've
didn't
been
have
shocked as to how
large
quiet and shy
friendship
you are,
groups,
considering
yeah.
you do social media. You're not loud or leery or, so someone like that could then hone in, and that seems to have been the situation.
Yeah.
Also, just to raise that your mother did actually have huge concerns about this, didn't she?
Yeah, so she informed the social services and the police, but I think the whole system completely failed me, because the lady that actually came round to speak to me, she wanted to talk to me on my own, which he didn't let me, of course, because he was scared for what I would say, because he was getting me to do all sorts of things at the time at my age. She had came and spoke to me, and she actually turned around herself and said, I've got a partner 40 odd years older than me, so do whatever you want to do. That's literally what the
that's
police
terrible.
said to me.
It is terrible. Sorry, we've got
terrible.
Mimi, the mascot, desperate to come and have a cuddle with Kesha, and she's the therapy dog. So there you go, Kesha. You can have a nice cuddle with Mimi, who's crying if you hear whining on. So, yeah, that is terrible, and you were totally let down by the system, and he then was allowed to continue his abuse on you. Obviously, for people that have followed you on social media, they will have seen that you did defend him.
Yeah.
And this, if you've got any sort of common sense, you will see a young girl that probably did love him. Do you think that you did have love for him, or?
I don't actually really know. I think it was part of me that just wanted that father figure.
Yeah.
And did he take care of you, like he would cook for you, and
Yeah.
so that was the nurturing that you needed
Yeah.
and that he provided you with? But anyone that's followed it, you'll surely understand that you're going to have defended him. Every woman, even if they're of age, they do defend their abuser. But
Yeah.
coming away from the fact that there was this huge age gap and it was totally wrong, and it's really actually quite concerning that he still defends because it was legal, it was okay. he was abusive, physically abusive as well, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So when did the violence start?
The violence started about 6 months into the relationship. At first, I would say he was normal for about a month. And then it was with the nasty words. He would say, like he forced me to go to the gym because I was underweight, that he made me go and get my teeth done, my nose done. I only done all of these things because he made me feel so insecure.
He commented on your appearance.
And he was saying it would make me look older. And I thought, but why do I need to look older if the situation isn't wrong? He was very just belittled me, and then after about 6 months it started with he would raise his voice at me, push me, and then it just got progressively worse when I fell pregnant.
The violence got worse when you fell pregnant?
When I fell pregnant, yeah.
Did he not want you to have a child?
I think it was because, like I said to you yesterday, I had confronted him and said, how am I pregnant with your child if we have not been sleeping together? And I'm constantly here with you, locked in this house 24/7.
Yeah.
So to go on from that, what prescription drugs did he have you taking?
Well, he had me addicted to tramadol and pregabalin to the point that I literally depended on them. I was taking about 40 a day.
Which is a huge amount.
Yeah.
A huge amount.
God.
Of tramadol is for those of you that don't know, is a painkiller, but it also contains a brown opioid similar to heroin, which will knock you out alongside the pregabalin, and these were his prescription drugs, weren't they? Because he's obviously geriatric.
Why is he telling you to take them?
He said, so this all come around when I first started the TikTok. Take these and you'll feel more confident, blah, blah, blah.
Relax you.
Yeah, and I just started taking them, and I literally just got instantly addicted to them.
Oh my God.
And
But
I was just
alongside
taking
with
40 a day.
The pregnancy, so there were times that you would be blacked out.
Yeah.
So this
And
is what she's saying.
generally would go to sleep fully clothed and wake up naked.
So this is her. She's saying she doesn't remember falling pregnant.
Yeah, okay.
And when she addressed that with him,
Yeah.
there's a video of him trying to get into the bedroom that you've locked yourself in, isn't there?
Yeah, so
Barricaded?
that was the spare room upstairs. I used to run up there and lock myself in there when he used to scream at me, because I just used to think it would get so bad I'd think he's going to attack me, and he did. He started attacking me, and towards the end of our relationship I actually thought, if I don't get out, this man is going to kill me.
So was there anyone around you that you could trust and that you was telling anyone?
So at the time, he'd completely broke most of my friendships with my friends because he told me they were bad for me.
Alienation.
That's what they do. They isolate you, yeah.
But your friends would obviously be saying what any normal person would be saying, and then he wouldn't want them to be putting that into you. So he shut you off from everybody, your support.
Yeah, my friends, my family. My mum all she was ever trying to do was support me. And in the end, he turned me against her and made me believe that she was bad for me. I completely stopped talking to my mum, the whole of mine in his relationship. My closest friend, I stopped speaking to her for 3 years. I didn't speak to her at all. I didn't speak to anybody. Literally just isolated me.
That must have been so lonely.
I bet you were so lonely, and
you must have felt like he was the only person you had in the world, which, if anything, would have made you stay with him more. Yeah. And also the living arrangement, that if you'd have left him, and you would have felt that you didn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, that is kind of what made me stay, because he had isolated me so bad that if I literally left him, I would be left with nothing.
And Kesha, is it true that this man, when you moved in with him, did he claim benefits for you?
Yeah, he claimed child benefits for me and said that he was a family friend that had taken me in to look after me.
oh my God, it just gets worse.
I've never known anything so appalling in my life.
I tried to have a look a bit and have a look on TikTok, because I'm not big on TikTok. And the one comment I did see, someone wrote to him and said, she's a child. And he commented back saying, a child is under the age of 10. Do you think that's disgusting?
But whilst we were in our relationship, when he would argue with me, and he'd be shouting and screaming at me, all he would ever turn around and say to me is, "But you're just a young kid. You're just a little kid."
I've seen that. I've actually seen footage of that. You're a kid. You don't know what you're talking about. Like the way he used to
So
talk
he'd
to
use
her
it against you
Yeah.
when it suited
when
him.
it suited him.
Yeah.
Whilst he's claiming benefits for you as a parental figure. To
Yeah.
claim child benefits for somebody, you're either a legal guardian or you're a figure of position that you're acting in for a parent. It really is sickening. And do you know what, you should never, I said this to you yesterday, you should never feel embarrassed for the situation, because it's not there's no shame on you. He should feel embarrassed. And the fact is, he's actually that delusional online. If anyone says anything about him, he goes, these women talking about me, they probably fancy me as well. So I'm fully ready for me and Keely to be accused of fancying him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, be prepared.
And I think everyone can probably see that we definitely don't. We're not going to give up our happy home lives.
When I went on his page as well, the amount of people defending him.
It's mental.
How can you defend, it blows my mind, how can you defend a paedophile? Bottom line,
And what
how can you defend
what
a
concerns
paedophile?
me more is this more. It always is the older generation, his age, defending him as well. Like the people that should know
like it
better.
themselves. Yeah, probably because they're paedophiles themselves.
Yeah.
Honestly, who in their right mind would want to be associated?
62, or what, is he 62?
63.
That's
I
older
think,
than my
yeah.
dad.
It's
Like,
older than
that's
my
older than
dad.
Yeah,
It's
older
older
It's the
than
same
my
age as
dad.
my granddad.
Yeah, it's
So like we are old enough to be Keisha's mum, and that's the same age as my dad. And we've got daughters that aren't much younger.
Do you know what? That is one thing I thought of, is my daughter, and to think that someone could think that that's okay.
They wouldn't, though, would they? Because of your husband and the father figure, and that is why he got away with it. And that's what made me, yesterday I was so upset to think that because she didn't have that father figure.
Because she didn't. But even just looking at her, you can just tell she's so
Tiny.
vulnerable. Like, you're literally tiny.
Yeah, you can't
And,
see on screen,
like, I
guys,
wanna
but
look
Kesha is like
after
5. What are you,
myself.
5 foot?
Yeah, I'd say about
Yeah.
5 foot.
About
can just
5
tell.
foot. When you watch her online, you don't really appreciate how big anyone is, but she is size 6, 5 foot. She's tiny, and the thought of anyone being physically violent to you makes me so angry.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to adopt you. We've adopted you. you are the kind of the secret adoptee. We won't claim child benefit for you, though. You're okay.
Please don't.
We won't. Like, you are, how old are you now?
20.
Okay. And at what age were you when you fell pregnant?
18.
So you were 18, and
Yeah.
you sadly, you did miscarry that baby, didn't you?
Yeah.
How far gone were you when you...
6 weeks.
6 weeks. Yeah.
So I'd only just really found out like a week before I miscarried.
Do you
Well,
think
it was
the
an
stress?
ectopic pregnancy.
It was an ectopic.
Yeah.
That's a lot to go for at that age, ain't it?
I mean, we was young mums, weren't we? We've spoken
And
about
even
that
still
previously.
now, like, obviously you guys know ectopic pregnancy is no fault of your own. You can't, like, I could not prevent that, but he goes online every day for a child that was supposed to be his and makes up lies as to how and why I've lost this child, like disgusting lies.
He's got a sub-only page now. And he
What does that
goes...
mean? I don't know what
Right,
that means.
So you have to pay to watch his lives, a certain amount, like £3, I believe.
What, and
it
people
is.
pay to watch him?
Yeah.
Are
Are
you
you
serious? Talk
serious?
about her.
And he literally
talks
just
about her
speaks about me
daily.
on there.
Daily. She left him a year ago, and he still daily talks about her.
Who is these people that pay
They're
to
all
watch
the
him?
older women.
Women?
Yeah, mostly older women, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But it is jealousy. It is jealousy, in my opinion. I would say that jealousy towards her, a young, pretty, attractive girl. And they're, or maybe they are after him. They might be the ones that
Who
would like
knows,
to be
but-
after him. But honestly,
Concerning
what has
if
he
they
got to
are.
offer?
Concerning. maybe he should try a woman his own age, surely.
It's not his
That's
preference.
what I thought.
That's what he said, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Recently, it wasn't his preference. So if you were to date someone online, you would go for your preference. His preference is clearly young girls, and he's saying that the young girl's preference is the daddy type. He actually said that.
Well, he said the only reason why he has this preference is because during the pandemic he went on a website and it was all older men with younger women. But he's talking on this website, it's like older men, like 70s with women in their 30s, not
Right.
60-year-olds with teenagers.
Yeah.
It's very different.
Does he take any responsibility, like, at all? Like,
No.
Is there any part of him that thinks, you know, it is a bit strange that I'm with,
He's got a-
that
I-
I like
I-
young
I-
girls?
I said to him one night, this feels really wrong. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. And he turned around and said to me, but you're 16, it's okay. So I felt in my head that something was wrong and it didn't
Yeah.
feel right. And he's telling me, but it's okay because you're 16. But it's not. Looking back on it, I think I wish I just had someone that I listened to, that
Yeah.
told me and I
Yeah.
listened.
And I think everyone makes mistakes when they're
Yeah.
younger. When you're young, and I feel like he's brainwashed you thinking that it's fine.
Yeah.
And now you've got older, you've obviously realised like what you got yourself into.
And I feel like for those 250,000 people that followed you, and he now has an issue because he says that it was their joint account.
Yeah.
So obviously they earned a certain amount of money through doing social media.
Yeah.
Was it his idea to originally do it?
Yeah,
So
partly, yeah.
Partly, which is absolutely fine. They set up this platform. It reached this amount of followers. They were earning money. Clearly, it was in Kesha's name, so she took the account. He now is saying that she owes him money she's stolen. Now, he's got an account. If the people that wanted to support him, they would go over and follow
Followed
him.
him, yeah.
Yeah.
What he's not understanding is that those two, and I will speak to you directly now. These 250,000 people were following this young girl because they wanted to see her outgrow you, leave you, and thrive like she is doing now. They wanted to watch her story, not your love story, because it wasn't a love story. It was a child being groomed, and this is what because I followed them when they were together, never abused her, not the way to do things. I could see somebody vulnerable that was in a situation she needed to get out of, and this is what I followed for, and look what it's worked off to today. And I'm grateful to be able to have you here today and you to be able to say your piece. But those people are not following because they wanted to see you. They were following for her. They are her followers. She's not stolen anything from you.
I just can't believe he can sit and think that that's me stealing from him in the first place. It just doesn't make
He's
sense.
obviously not mentally all there.
No,
Like, come on.
no, it's clear that he isn't. No.
So where did it go from? Like, how did it start? How did you start getting stronger? Like, to get away from this?
Well, mentally in my head, I left him months before I really left him. I checked out and I left him 4 or 5 months before I started trying to get back in contact with my friends. And when he saw that I was getting back in contact with my friends, he was taking my phone. And then that was literally like me isolated in the house without a phone
He
as
took
well.
your phone off, yeah.
And he would only give me my phone back to make TikToks.
To earn him money. Yeah,
And
that's what we think of that.
He would also always have to check what I posted before I posted it. Every time I went live, he had to be there next to me. If I would go live and he wasn't there, he would watch from his phone and his own account and watch me on the live to see what I'm doing.
He would get angry when if you went live during, like, when you were disagreeing or there was,
Yeah.
and you went live and was looking for support.
Yeah.
He would get angry, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
And try and spin it that you were talking to him badly or you were.
And then he'd go live and flip it on me and he'd be arguing with me on camera in front of everyone,
From
in front of
another
thousands of people.
No
and he can
way.
see all the views going up and he's loving it, so he's getting
loving
worse.
that. Do you feel like he played up for it? Like,
Yeah.
to get the views up?
Definitely.
Because it is known as well on TikTok a little bit that it is a bit like car crash TV.
People love the drama.
People
really
love the
love the
drama.
drama.
It's like people used to watch Jeremy Kyle.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, so people would watch that because it's that cheap dopamine, isn't it? But what people aren't realising in your situation is this is her life.
Real
this was
life.
her life.
Yeah.
And it isn't entertainment. It's actually really, really sad.
Yeah.
I do think there was a lot of people following though, just to offer you that support. And do you
Yeah.
think that the people that did message and did reach out, do you think
So
that
many
made a
people.
difference?
It did, yeah, because
Good.
that's what started to make me realise. The more people that were saying it's wrong and they hope I
Good.
see the light, that's the more that my head started to turn.
And the kinds
more
of
people that were
messages.
reaching out to me.
Because you did get nasty messages from
Oh,
people,
really
didn't
nasty,
you?
don't get me wrong, really nasty. I
Saying
still
what?
do now.
What could they say to you?
Saying that I'm disgusting, I'm just as bad as him, I know exactly what I'm doing.
Mad. But they can see your age and they can see
Yeah.
I can see what he is,
Yeah.
but they're trying to put blame on you.
There's nothing that's ever needed to do with that level of nastiness. Being nasty to people doesn't help,
Yeah.
doesn't solve. I'm glad
I
that
I could never do it to someone, I couldn't.
No. I'm glad those nice messages though, like that you hope you see the light and God will guide, God's guided you away from that situation and you're just going to keep on thriving.
I
now
definitely
and-
think without them messages, I probably wouldn't have got the mental strength to leave.
Good.
I think it was part of everyone else that helped me.
And that is, there are bad sides and good sides to social media, and we have to highlight that there are also good sides, and a community of people that were behind you and led you
Yeah.
and guided you and spurred you on to leave that. And these people are still supporting you. So, remember that when this does launch, that there's a lot of people that want to hear what you've got to say. You've got your
Yeah.
voice and you can use it. And your voice was taken away from long enough.
For far too long. Far too long.
So when we went away, we obviously did our research on good old Google and we put in his name. It came up another person by the same last name, but this was a female. Who is this female? Is this the mother of his children?
Yeah.
So he's got 4 or 5,
5 children.
5 children.
And it's just came out that he has I don't know if any of you guys saw another daughter, my
right.
age, in a place quite a few miles from here with a different woman, and he impregnated her at the age of 16.
Oh my God.
And she showed me photos of her daughter, and she looks a spit of one of his children.
Really?
Yeah.
So he has previously said that he brought these children up. So these 4 children he had with this. Was he married to this ex-wife?
Yeah.
And did he bring these children up?
Well, from what I've heard from his family and other people, no. His oldest left at a young age. His second oldest hasn't had much to do with him in and out. Third oldest left as well
Why were they not with their mother?
because he got her addicted to drugs.
So he got her involved into drugs.
Yeah.
And where is she now?
She's sadly passed away.
Oh my God. It's terrible.
It is terrible.
How is this man still walking around like?
Yeah.
Must
And
be
I know that
different,
there was an age gap in them as well.
Oh, was there
Not a lot.
really?
It wasn't as large as mine, but I think it was 15 or 20 years, yeah.
Oh, sad.
And how old was she when he approached her? Or they got together, do you know?
Quite young, I believe, yeah, because if she's 40 odd and they've got 20 odd year old children.
So she would have been young. She would have been like late teens.
Late teens,
And he
early
would have been
20s,
15
yeah.
years older, so 35. And
Yeah.
then he was involved. So also it comes up that he was arrested for selling heroin.
Yeah.
So it would have been hard drugs that he was involved in, that she would have been involved. She would have been taking.
Yeah.
Because he would have been able to supply them.
Yeah, so he was addicted to it, and I believe he got her hooked on it as well, yeah.
God bless her soul. So sad.
So sad.
So sad for them, you know. A man is meant to be a protector of a family and wife and children. You know, things do happen. People meet people 15 years older. Ben's 10 years older than me. But to not then protect and nurture and take care of that woman and to have drugs involved. And it does happen in abusive relationships. I had a friend that she was cocaine. He got her taking cocaine. And she's 8 years clean now. And it can be done, but it's getting out of that relationship.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're a lot harder, those drugs, to get off of. So God bless her and God rest her soul. And, you know, that could have been you.
Yeah. Thank God you're
Thank
all right
God.
and you're still here to tell the story
And you're not hooked.
warn other young girls because it is easily done, really.
Yeah.
If
With
you are
these
vulnerable,
type of men, if you are vulnerable, if you're younger and same sort of situation as what you was, it could be easily done. So I think it's good that you are
raising awareness.
Yeah, raising
Kesha.
awareness.
You're using your
And-
platform
Yeah.
to raise awareness, and grooming has
If
actually.
I could help at least one younger girl and stop them going through what I went through, that's enough for me.
That's an amazing thing to say, and you're right. That is the attitude to have. 83% online grooming is up by at the moment.
That's so bad.
There are a lot of gang grooming going on. This isn't just a case of race. This, you know, this individual, your abuser, he wasn't Muslim. He wasn't, you know, he wasn't a Muslim guy, because there is a lot of stigma at the moment about there being Muslim gangs and that it not being addressed. It's not being addressed. But, you know, for you, while things are at a height online in the country, to be raising awareness and using your
It's so
platform and your
important.
experience is so important. It's so difficult to do, but it is such a brave thing to do. So today you
Going
are.
back, like the age you are now, would you think straight away everything he was doing, he was trying to groom you, or
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Because I also wanted to touch up on the fact that when I first met him, he told me that he kept mentioning to me that he knew my dad. Obviously, my dad was a drug addict. He unfortunately died of drugs. So it would be very likely that he did know my dad, and he would know that my dad passed away. So he would know I was in a
he would
vulnerable
know?
position.
Yeah.
Or that, do you think that he would have known your dad?
Potentially.
But you're not
Then-
sure, there's no evidence
No,
that he
there's
did.
no evidence.
So do you think that would have been an emotional thing for you to you knew my dad, like that's if you've lost someone, anyone that knows that person, it feels like being close to them a little
Yeah.
bit. So that in itself would have, you know, touched on you. But was there presents bought? Was there, you know, treats? And I don't want to say
No.
sweets, but he did. Did he
No.
buy you sweets?
So when I first got with him, he took me away. We went and stayed in this valley place when I was 16, just outside of Norwich. He took me there, and we went and stayed there for a few days, which my mum was not happy about at all. She literally tried to keep me in the house that morning and not let me go. Like, she was begging me on the doorstep not to.
Imagine how hard that was for a mum for that to happen.
Do you?
I think
feel
she knew.
bad
I think
now?
she feared from that day that was the last time she would see me.
Yeah.
Because he would take me. And it was basically almost from then that I moved in with him.
Was she almost like, because if it was my daughter and I said, if you do this, I sort of give them a bit of an ultimatum, like as a mum in that position, I've had times with Summer where she was doing things I didn't want her to do, and she was sneaking off and doing similar, not with someone older, but with someone I didn't agree with.
Yeah.
And people, it's so difficult, like putting myself in your mum's position. I remember saying to her, you know, if people say, no, that's it, people saying to me, if it was my daughter, I'd do this, or I'd lock her in the house, or I did lock this girl in the house.
Yeah.
Best believe she climbs out the window.
Yeah, my mum did.
Like, I called the police. Like, there's not really much you can do when someone's turned 16. In fact, they were like, you can't actually legally lock that child in the house, like that your daughter in the house,
They actually do tell you it's against the law.
to lock them in. So your
Yeah.
mum really didn't have any power. And what's harder is if you're then that mother and you're going, well, where are the parents?
Yeah.
Where are the parents? The blame on you and your mum. No, the blame is solely on him.
I
because
feel so much for my mum at the time, because when she had to call the social services or whatever and explain to them like the situation, they probably looked down on her so much and thought that like they they can be horrible people. They probably looked at her as if she was failing me when she wasn't. All she was trying to do was help.
She was trying, yeah.
Yeah, well, forgiveness is a big thing, and hopefully she can.
I think people are quick.
Blame on her.
People are quick to blame the parents. Unless you have been in that situation, you do not know how it is.
No. And the only blame that there should be, and the only person that should feel bad, is totally deluded to the fact that everyone fancies him and he's done nothing wrong.
Yeah, I know.
And the best solution should be to just go away, like just come off of social.
I was
just
going to
take
say
yourself
that
away.
for him, the
For
best
him,
thing surely for a
Just
man
take yourself away now.
that has been
It's not just
done
for
that.
him. It's for his children and his family. They're all embarrassed of what he's doing.
Embarrassing.
They're embarrassed. They have
Yeah.
all said they're embarrassed.
Of course.
And he still continues. It got to the point where his children stopped speaking to him while he was with me and he was doing the things and going online the way he was because they were that embarrassed. And I still think it stands the same now, as I believe.
Well, he is actually in a relationship with another young lady, isn't he?
Yeah.
And at 20, is it
20 or
the
21,
same age as and encouraging to do the online TikTok shop and things like that.
They've got an OnlyFans page together.
Oh my god!
He must have accidentally
who
tried
wants
to post something on his OnlyFans the
Who wants
other
to
day.
watch that? Whoever watches that and pays to watch that, go and get some help.
The other day, he must have accidentally tried to post something on there, and he posted it on TikTok. And it is him doing something to her, and she looks asleep.
Oh no, I can't.
God. Shocking.
And it was seen by thousands of people.
No.
Before it was deleted, it had like 13,000 views.
Oh my god, please.
And could you imagine how many young people follow him on TikTok without a thought, probably just to take the general mick out of him, because everyone thinks he's a laughing stock. The things he does is just embarrassing.
Yeah.
Well.
On their OnlyFans page, the headline is, "We will do anything you want us to do."
No.
It's a picture of him with her arse out,
Oh, wow.
and he's got his tongue out next to her arse, yeah.
Oh.
Do you know what's so disturbing is that there are people with this like daddy fetish thing that would watch that, and it's. Let me tell you now, any loving, healthy relationship does not involve that. Any normal, with Katie's. How long you been with your husband for now?
Yeah, like 16 years.
You don't. Nothing weird
longer
like
than
that
that,
goes on
18
in me. I've been in different relationships. We spoke about this yesterday.
Yeah.
When somebody degrades you in the bedroom or they use you sexually, or it isn't love. There is no form of love there. Me and my partner, very PJ. I'm very PJ, and I don't leave the bedroom feeling dirty or disgusted or repulsed by myself. And that's how you're meant to feel in a loving relationship. You're not meant to feel degraded and obviously for you, when you used to be, you must have felt like that. And now there's, someone in a loving relationship that does not put you on OnlyFans.
No.
They don't earn money off of you.
That's what they're basing their relationship off now.
Yeah.
Literally is.
I'll say something. Did he propose to her?
Yeah.
And is that true that that's the ring he proposed to you with?
Well, at first he denied it, but it's came out now that that is the ring, and that's the reason why she isn't wearing it, because that was the ring.
Yeah, I saw that. And then he says in the video, she doesn't want, we're not going to name her, we're not going to name either of them. She does not want to wear Keisha's old ring. So we're wearing Haribo rings.
Yeah.
But where in your head do you actually give somebody
A recycled ring.
do you know what I'll say though? Right, if it's a family ring, like a grandmother's ring or something
totally
like that,
understand it, yeah.
I'd understand. If it was an heirloom or a family, say Princess Diana, like they've given her jewellery, aren't they?
Yeah.
Fair enough. You ain't no royalty, it ain't an heirloom. Go and pawn it. If you're hard
go
up,
change it.
Go and change it. Do not be. Every
It's
single
embarrassing.
day, this is like a year later,
But that's
you
what
are
makes
mentioned.
me think he just wants. He's trying to mould her into me.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it does give that.
It is.
It does give that. And obviously, you have got this TikTok platform. People are following and supporting you. If they want to do their thing, do your thing. But it's just quite uncomfortable.
Honestly,
And
will not
stop
surprise
mentioning
me.
you. Do you hope after doing this that you will stop being mentioned?
Yeah.
That's what you would like to gain from this, is just to not. And we spoke yesterday that there are forms. Obviously, I've been through things, and in refuge there are forms, and I'm going to support you legally to have a non-molestation order where he is prevented from talking about you online,
Yeah.
and vice versa. Hopefully, when it gets to that point, you won't have to discuss him any longer and move on
I
with
don't
your
want to
life.
discuss him no more.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
just a
You
case
have
for
no
you
reason to.
and a chance for you to get your full story out, that you were a minor when you were approached, and there was domestic violence involved. More so than you actually want to speak about,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you don't want, there is a lot more.
Going forward, you need to move on with your life, and like, as it affected you, like, do you feel like you can't? You're scared to meet another man, like to trust another man and things like that.
Oh no, I have moved on, and
Good.
and never ever did I think. Now it just throws me a bit on edge, because I'm like, when I get the bare, like, I would literally expect the bare minimum, but I'm given the most, and it's normal things and such a normal loving relationship. I get a bit overwhelmed, and I think I'm not used to this. It's something I'm really not used to, because all I was used to was nastiness, nasty words, violence, and now I'm with someone so understanding that is so normal.
Oh, we're
It's
so
so different.
pleased for you. Really,
It's
really
so
pleased.
different.
Yeah, and
Like,
what you deserve. And he is close. He's closer in age, isn't he?
Yeah,
How much? What is the age difference?
only a few years.
Oh, that's
Good,
fine.
good. That's what we like to hear, and that's what you
Yeah.
deserve, and you deserve the best, and that's what is so important for young ladies. I have this conversation with Summer, like, the nice guy sometimes finishes last, don't
Yeah.
you think? We all want, but it doesn't get you anywhere being with a bad guy, or
No.
just go for the nice guy
The
that
nice
takes
ones
care of you.
that are around your age, and if you are a young girl and these older men are approaching you and trying to be nice and trying to win you round and get to you, get out.
Tell
Get
them
out.
where to
Stay
go,
away.
Yeah. I definitely wish I recognised the signs earlier on, but I know now, because of what I've been through, I definitely would not allow myself to go through something like that again.
You did something that was raised, was that after you originally left, and this is very, very common for women to do, I did it myself, when you left the abusive relationship, you did return.
Yeah.
So that's something that's been used against you, and is often
Yeah, I
used
did move
against
back
women.
for about a month, yeah.
And what caused you to go back?
He was messaging me every day, begging me, saying he would change, he's sorry. And at the time, he said his mental health's in a bad way, like he's going through so much. I felt for him. I know I shouldn't have even felt for him after everything he put me through, but I think I was trauma bonded as well. And I
Yeah.
was so attached to him that anything he said, I believed in the end. So him saying, "Oh, I'm going to change, I promise I'll be better this time," I gave him that chance, and he didn't. If anything, he was worse.
Women in their 50s believe that. So a young girl's going to believe that. I
Yeah.
believe that. I gave so many chances, more than you gave, believe me, so many chances, and they don't change. They do get worse because they're angry that you dared to leave them. And obviously then he used that as an opportunity to say, well, she come back, and, and then what caused you to leave?
what caused me to leave again is because he was still the violence and the screaming and the shouting and the horrible words. I weren't putting up with it. He didn't change. He did not change one bit. He was still exactly the same as he was when I was there.
And you had a really good friend that accompanied you down, that supported you, didn't you? Loved
So
her.
I was actually going out for her birthday, and I was going to stay at hers for one day. And I broke down there with her, and I said to her, I actually can't do it no more, I can't. And she said, I swear to you, I'm not letting you go back there. She said,
Aw.
make this house your home for as long as you need to make it your home.
Oh, that's
and
so
just
nice.
stay here. And I did.
Do you know what, like, our friendships, that makes me, like, emotional, because sometimes we look for that saviour in a man, but our friends are so important.
Yeah.
And she is back offset. Maddie, you have been an amazing friend, and thank you for being that person to save Kesha and give her a roof and give her a home and somewhere. You're an amazing friend. Whew, got a bit emotional there. There was a thing that he posted recently that was a video recording of you supposedly calling him.
Yeah.
Did you see this?
Yeah.
Because I know that people that are invested.
I haven't got a clue who that could have been. I didn't speak once in the video, and the woman that's speaking sounds like a middle-aged woman from London. I don't even know anyone that sounds like her.
No, because
at
you've got a
all.
tang.
At all.
Like when I picked them up yesterday, I was
listening to
like,
it and I
you've
was
got this like
thinking,
tang.
I've never even heard of this voice in my life.
And they're
ever.
saying, for those of you that don't, because not everyone's on TikTok, he posted a video of a phone call recording where Kesha had supposedly said that she wanted to talk to him because she was so upset about him being in this new relationship. And it's an older woman that calls and goes, she's here, she wants to talk to you, and repeatedly says this.
But no one speaks, I don't speak.
And he's like, no, you can hear her in the background. I listened, I didn't hear Kesha in the background. And if she returned to you once, I'm sure you would again if you wanted to do so.
Yeah.
You know, social media doesn't control you. If you wanted to return to that relationship, you could. No one's the power of social media is
Absolutely
not going to
not.
stop you.
Please
But
no.
I think
Keep me
the
away.
decision has well and truly been made, and it is your own decision that it is done. And hopefully this will put a stop to it now. There is help for people if you have experienced grooming online. There are help through the NSPCC for children. Refuge is also online. If you want to flee domestic abuse, you can call them and you can have a flat sorted for you, or a room sorted for you, because you actually did approach the council, didn't you?
Yeah, and I told them that I was in a domestic abuse situation, like it had been logged with the police, but the police were very useless about everything that was reported, useless from the start. Like, they failed me from the start. From that day, they said, go and do what you want to do. They failed me. But I went to the council and they turned around and they said to me, yeah, you don't look very homeless, and they turned me back, and
No way.
that's why I went
Sent
back
her
with him. That's why I went back with him.
Did they give you any information about refugees or?
Nothing.
So she was really failed by the whole of the system.
That is
Like I
terrible.
said, was there not any of the support? But do you know what shocks me is how many messages I get after doing this about women that don't know where to turn and they're in domestic abuse relationships. So I just want to say, there is a website, it's really easy to come by, just put in refuge, and you ring that line, they will help you find a refuge and a safe place to stay if your council lets you down, because your council actually has a duty of care to find you accommodation if you're fleeing domestic violence. So you were let down by the council.
And I think
as well.
it all depends on that one person you see that day. If that person don't give a shit,
Because
then
they
you
could
try
be someone
again.
so horrible, and then the next person could be someone so understanding.
nice.
Everyone's so different.
It
though.
all depends who you get on that day. You just got to keep trying. And
Does the area that you live in, does it have a lot of drug issues,
Yeah, I'd say drug issues.
crime?
Yeah.
So the police have a lot to contend with.
Yeah.
Is
for
there
the
a
area,
lot of
Yeah.
crime is high in that area?
Yeah.
So you're just sort of part of the statistic.
I want to pick you up and take you to Kent.
Yeah, me too.
Should we adopt her?
I know, I'm literally like, let's just sort out your whole.
Yeah. But
thing.
I don't know how.
But I don't want
like,
to take her away
if you
from
work
her
for the
it.
council, like you can tell, like she's so vulnerable. Like how
We
could
will
they not want to help?
Things will go on, like I said, just today, when I rang you and I was like, she's so nice,
Yeah.
she's tiny. We will continue to support you afterwards. You've been approached by other podcasts. That was the Rebecca Goodwin guys.
Yeah.
I don't even know what their podcast's called, but if anyone saw Rebecca Goodwin go onto this, well, she actually didn't go on set. She went into these guys' flat and
Yeah,
was
that's crazy.
taken apart by
terrible.
3 men.
It's actually disgusting when you watch it. It is actually disgusting.
just picked her apart and
Yeah.
sneered
I
at her and
haven't
laughed
watched it.
at
I
her.
can't even watch it.
And they approached you to go on to theirs,
Yeah.
didn't they? And we
And I mentioned it on live one night, and everyone was going to me, do not go on there. And I gave them a little search, and I thought they don't even look professional.
no professionality. And then there was another guy that approached you, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And he actually, when he realised that you
Couldn't
were going
find his podcast page either though.
when he realised that you were coming onto this one, he was saying that he was going to talk to him instead, and
Yeah, basically like gaslighting me.
that he's going to. If you want to give
This
someone
gives me
like
the
that a
green light
platform,
to let
then
him come onto mine.
If you want to have other people on your podcast,
then you go
you're
ahead.
very welcome.
But what I wanted to say was, obviously we will continue to support you afterwards. We're not just
Yeah.
going to disappear. Any backlash, we're more than ready for it
We
to
are here
support
for you. We are here for
we
you
will
all the
just
time.
move you in, and you will be safe with us, and all the right support that you need, all the legal. We have a team of people that will help support you. So you're in safe hands, and thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
All this way.
Coming on.
Thank you for having me on.
It's a pleasure.